If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 21 of the Milan Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. Today we round out the Serie A season with games against Carpi and then Roma, with the Champions League place on the line. I will show you the league table. We currently sit 2 points behind Juventus and a point ahead of Napoli, with ourselves 2 games to go, those two 1 game to go. Inter have already assured league title victory, so that has already gone. We could, however, though, still finish second if we can get decent results today. Carpi are down in 17th and are safe, so they're not fighting for survival. They are safe. Roma, however, are still fighting for that last Europa League spot. As you can see, they're in 5th, and Lazio are level on points with them. They're local rivals, of course, both sharing a stadium the same way that we do with Inter, the Stadio Olimpico. Mental. Roma are going to need to beat us to guarantee themselves Europa League football. However, we may need to beat Roma to guarantee ourselves Champions League football. If we can get 3 points against Carpi, then we will be guaranteed Champions League football, and it will be a case of whether we finish second and go straight into the group stage, or third and into the 4th qualifying round. So there's a lot on the line today, and hopefully we can pull the line in and claim the prize at the end of it. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Of course, subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point, to ensure you don't miss out on any further episodes of this series or the My Player series. Of course, the episode after this tomorrow will be the Coppa Italia final against Palermo, so there's a lot on the line in the next couple of episodes. But yes, we'll start with this game against Carpi, and fingers crossed we can get ourselves 3 points and ensure Champions League football next year. Starting a rotation side for this one, because of course we want our best side available to play Roma in 3 days' time. Also, the previous game was at the previous weekend, so a lot of the first team players aren't fit enough to be able to start for this one anyway. So players like Rodrigo Eli are in the starting lineup. Luis Adriano is starting up top in place of Carlos Bacca. Bernardeschi is back on the right-hand side, as we played Niang on the right-hand side of midfield in the last game. Carpi playing a 4-4-1-1 with Jonathan de Guzman in at cam. It's a very good central attacking midfielder, actually, so we're going to have to be wary of him. Good on both feet, fantastic free kick and great shot from distance too, so we'll try and get in another solid defensive performance, and hopefully we can get ourselves 3 points too. Bonaventura into Kevin Prince. I could go for a shot, we could look for a pass, we'll go for the shot. Oh, screamer! Kevin Prince Boateng, 6 minutes in, fires us 1-0 in front against Carpi. They may be safe at the bottom, but they still have had a very poor season, and they aren't that good defensively. At least they haven't shown that in these opening 6 minutes. Kevin Prince, a simple turn, and then what a strike. A rocket into the top corner. AC Milan 1, Carpi 0. Here's Jonathan de Guzman, who mentioned in the intro, we know how good his shots from distance are, so we don't want to let him have any shots from distance. He may have a shot inside the box, and he has. Gianluigi Donnarumma makes a comfortable save. There's Carpi's first chance of the game. Some of you may remember, of course, Jonathan de Guzman from his time at Swansea in the BPL, and he was pretty good for them as well. I was surprised that they let him go, but Kevin Prince will hopefully try and set up El Shaarawy. He's still trying to win it back. Pastucci, though, into... Oh, did Mura get a block on that? He did. Corner for Carpi again. See if we can get this one clear a little bit more comfortably than we did the last one. I was concentrating a little bit too much on trying to set up a fully blown counter-attack. I didn't pay attention to who was right next to the ball, and Jonathan de Guzman's offside as the ball deflects back to him. Muru into Bonaventura. Just turn inside and give it to Verdi, who can quickly help it on to Kevin Prince, who can get it back to Verdi, who could use here Antonelli. I was going to go to Bernardeschi, but decided to go to Antonelli. We'll feed that into Bernardeschi. Slightly lucky with the way that it's come to him. I'll just lay this in front of Boateng to get it around the corner to Bonaventura. Good turn from him, and again, and chance for 2. Well blocked. Can we win that header? No, but Luis Adriano will try and float the header in. Oh, Burkitt's having to... Sorry, he didn't fall back over the line there with the ball. There's our second chance to get a second goal, but unfortunately not able to do it yet. We'll get this to Luis Adriano. He's got a bit of space here. Verdi could get out of the way. We'll find him. He's left-footed, so we'll get it on that left, but it's well blocked, and not going to be a corner, and they'll get it away. Tonelli. Bonaventura to Verdi, get the turn in. We'll play it in front of Kevin Prince, but not really too many... Oh, that's a pen, surely. I was just trying to turn away from him so I could play it back perhaps to Verdi in the middle, but he's just caught the ankle of Kevin Prince Boateng there. Can we see a replay? It's going to be a yellow card for the defender. It's definitely a penalty. I'm not sure how much contact there was, but there was definitely enough to warrant KP going down. You can do that all you want, ref. I want to see a replay, please. Thank you. I think there was a little scoop turn in there as well. No, just to turn inside, and then, yeah, you can see just catches his right leg that then goes behind his left and trips him up. Definite penalty, and considering he won it, and he's already scored a rocket, let's give Kevin Prince Boateng the chance to get his and our second from the spot. We'll go to the same corner that he fired the ball into earlier, and he's put it away nicely. Milan 2, Carpi 0. Antonelli's on the breakaway from right back, rushing away. He's being closed down though, so we'll just get the turn in. And we'll pass it here to Kevin Prince, who's on a hat-trick now, of course. Here's Verdi, gets there first ahead of the defender and the turn. And Verdi with a shot trying to pull it back to the near post, but unfortunately not able to do so. And it's going to be 2-0, unless they get a good counter-attack here. It's going to be 2-0 at half-time. Here comes Kofi. Yep, that's not going to cause us any problems whatsoever. It is going to be 2-0 at half-time. Oh, it's a dodgy turn from the defender, and Luis Adriano is in here. He's turned him nicely. Could have gone down there for another pen, but we'll just try and fire this across, and that's a simple third. Suicidal defending from Carpi there. 3-0 AC Milan now. I don't know why he was just taking his time on the ball there, and then he almost gave away a penalty as well by sliding in. Good finish on the outside the right foot though. It's going to be a comfortable 3 points here, and that is going to be Champions League football for us next year. The only question that remains is, are we going to go straight into the group stage from a second place finish, or are we going to have to qualify in the fourth qualifying round thanks to a third place finish? That will be decided in the game against Roma. Nice ball by Bianco down the line to Mancosu. Are Carpi going to get themselves one back before the end of the game? We have been prone in the past few episodes to conceding goals after taking a solid lead, and well, we came close. Jonathan de Guzman fires wide after 73 minutes. Going to make a couple of changes to try and keep things fresh, to hopefully keep the clean sheets this time around, and with just over 15 minutes to go, we're still 3-0 up. We got a free kick in the 90th minute. I could shoot, but it's not really the best of opportunities to shoot from. Just stand it up with Bonaventura, and Bertolacci threw himself at it, but couldn't get any contact on the ball whatsoever. Bernardeschi, however, will win it back and will put the cross into the box, looking for a fourth, and Bertolacci has headed wide. Unfortunately, it's going to be just... Oh no, it was a corner. It must have been a save or a deflection in there. That was not where that was supposed to go, was it? It was clearly aiming towards the man on the edge of the box. Never mind. There goes the final... Oh, almost went into the back of the net. There's the final whistle. A 3-0 win against Carpi. Champions League football of some sort assured. But this next game against Roma will decide whether it's second place and group stage football immediately, or third place and fourth qualifying round in the Champions League football assured. We'll have to wait and see. We'll jump into the Roma game now. My strongest possible lineup out for this one, hoping to get the 3 points we need to guarantee group stage football next year and not having to qualify. If we get a draw and Juventus fail to win on the final day, then we'll still finish second. We are a point ahead of them, but a win will absolutely 100% guarantee us second place. Edin Dzeko starting in a false 9 here for Roma. Strange formation. Not necessarily a strange formation. I guess Totti would fit in that false 9 perfectly, but you'd have thought Edin Dzeko would have been played as an out-and-out striker all the way up top, considering his physicality. You know, you play him as a target man rather than a false 9, but we'll see how this formation works for them. Mo Salah will be a pain in my backside, I'm feeling, throughout the entirety of the game with his pace and trickery, so we'll see how we get on. Niang, go down the line to Baka. There is a man in the middle, but I'm going to go short to Niang here and then get the turn in. It wasn't the best of turns, but we will find Jose Mari, who's got the turn in himself and then fired over the top of the bar. Unfortunately, that would have been a great chance, or was a great chance, to give ourselves an early 1-0 lead again, but unfortunately he got too much underneath it and it's gone well high and wide. Shame. Show him. Jorginho. Florenzi. First touch was a little bit heavy, but he's going to get around the outside. Too many options here. We'll have to go to Niang. Hopefully he can roll Emerson, which he actually can't do. We'll get this back to Jorginho. There's Kutska in the middle. Been a very good playmaker for us this season, but Roma are playing such a high-pressure game. You can see the way they're just chasing me down. As soon as I get a first touch in, there's just a Roma man there right away to try and steal the ball off me. If Menez can get the turn back in the box here, in through that gap, but smashed away. That's what this first half has been so far. The ball just changing hands, possession-wise. We haven't really been able to create anything since that opening Mari effort after 5 minutes. Could squeeze this through to Jorginho though, but again, just the ball stolen away in the midfield. but a frustrating first half. We need the win to guarantee first team football, to guarantee Champions League football, and we haven't yet seen any updates in the top left, or top right, sorry, about the Juventus game, but we could slot through Bacca here, and if his first touch is good, Bacca could make it 1-0 AC Milan, and he has done. With 5 minutes to go till half-time, we've taken the lead. Only the second clear-cut opportunity of the game for either side. Both of them have gone our way. Mauri fired over, Bacca fires us 1-0 in front. We're in the pole position seat now for that second place spot, and hopefully we will be able to see this lead to the end, if not improve upon it. Mauri's going to steal that off Salah, and I'll lay it just inside here to Menez. We'll go for Finesse. Where's that going? Over the top of the bar, deflected, and it's going to be a corner to AC Milan. We're 5 minutes into the second half now, and I'll quickly show you the match facts. The 3 shots you've seen so far, the Mauri one, the goal and that Menez one, are the only shots that have been taken in this game. With Roma's European football on the line, I thought they would absolutely fly at me in this one, and it would be an extremely competitive game. I guess in actual fact it has been pretty competitive. They just haven't had as many or any chances yet so far. I expected them to be, you know, creating chances left, right and centre, but their attacking play has been really poor. It's almost as if they came here looking for a draw and haven't been that adventurous, but I mean, I'm pleased that they've come with that mindset, because it means that we've been able to get ourselves this 1-0 lead, and so far nothing created from Roma means that we're going to come away with the 1-0 lead, or at least a win to nil of any kind, so long as they aren't able to create any chances between now and the end of the game. But with their European football on the line, it's really strange that they haven't had more chances, or any chances. Back as in, we could make it 2-0 here. I'm just going to try and turn inside the defender. Oh, it was a heavy touch from Carlos Bacca, though. A really heavy turn. No need for that. All he needed to do was just get a slight turn in to beat the defender, but unfortunately, he was really strong in the turn there. Niang, though, played in down this right-hand side. Try and get away from Emerson. We use Florenzi, playing against his former side, of course. Tried to squeeze it through Nangolan's legs, but not able to do so. And we'll stay 1-0 up for now. Sheely around the corner to Menez. Fire it through there to... Oh, Mauri was meant for, but Witsel cuts it out. Here's Edin Dzeko. Still not had a shot, Roma. Salah to Axel Witsel. They may do here, though. Daniele De Rossi in the box. But he's only going to hit it straight at Maximovic. But I've run straight into Axel Witsel. He's beaten the... Oh, wow. That is a really poor shot. For Roma's first effort on goal, he almost hit the corner flag. Completely underwhelmed with Roma's performance here. This has been easier than the game against Carpi, despite the fact we came away with a bigger scoreline. Roma have not caused me any issues at the back whatsoever until that Axel Witsel chance in the 71st minute. Nangolan, he's got a couple of options, one of which includes Axel Witsel over here on this near side. Out to Salah, trying a little bit of fancy footwork, and they're trying to use Iago Falque as their kind of focal point up top there, and it's Manolas, the centre-back, that has the next chance of the game for Roma, but again, it's really poor. They've got Edin Dzeko up there, and they're just not utilising his strength and height at all. A really poor shot from a centre-back who's now playing all the way up top because they're clearly on all-out attack. But even on all-out attack, they're not creating any problems here for me, Roma. We've made a couple of changes now. Brought on Bertolacci and Mario Balotelli just to keep things fresh through the middle. And talking about through the middle, Manolas is in again, but Florenzi's going to hack clear. 7 minutes to go, and Roma are starting to pin me back in now, but with another man offside. No problems. 5 minutes to go, 1-0 in front. Giglio into Bertolacci, out to Jeremy Menez. Carlos Bacca's just kind of stood there in front of me at the minute, so we'll try and turn inside, get away from that slide tackle. And Menez is on a run and a half here. We'll give it to Bacca. I see Ballo in the middle. Question is, can I find him? We'll try. Balotelli up. Balotelli doesn't get there, but there's only 2 minutes added on. Did that come off Axel Witsel? No, it came off me in the end. Witsel with a throw, though. He's going to go long over here, so we'll try and get there in time to win a header. You can only flick it on to Giglio. Bertolacci to Ballo. We'll go for a long distance one. Balotelli to give us a 2-0 lead, but Chesney makes a good save, and surely that has to be game. Rudiger taking his time and getting rid of it as well, and there goes the final whistle. 3 points in the final 2 games of the season. Roma extremely disappointing. I hope for their fans' sake that they've made it into the Europa League and Lazio didn't beat them to it. We win. Roma with only 2 shots. Juventus won, so it was essential that we got that victory. Lazio drew against Fiorentina, and I'm not sure whether that means that Roma drop out of the European spots. Our next game, as you could see there on the calendar, is against Palermo for the Coppa Italia final, which will be tomorrow. I'll put the suit on. We'll play the cup final as we always tend to do here on the channel now that we've got Facecam involved. We've had prize money added to our fund of 12.96 million, almost 13 million pounds added to the transfer kitty. That will go in handy when it comes to improving players' contracts for the next season. There will be some players that will be running out of contract that I can use that money for to renew their contract. I may even renew contracts of players that I'm going to sell on next season to ensure we get even more money back for next season's transfer budget. That might be something we could do, maybe even improve the youth staff as well. But what happened to the Serie A table? Roma didn't qualify for the Europa League. They lose out. They lose to me and they lose out on European football next year. Roma fans will be heartbroken, especially considering it's Lazio that's beaten them to that 5th spot. We finished second by a single point behind Juventus, 5 points behind Inter, who win the title. Well, Inter finished, was it 8th last year in real life? And Milan finished 10th. And this year, we finished 1st and 2nd. That's a fantastic improvement. I'm delighted with this first season here at AC Milan. We'll have the Coppa Italia final tomorrow, and then the day after that, we will have a season roundup, and we'll discuss perhaps some transfer stuff, and then we'll head into the new season for the episode after this season roundup. Donnarumma continues to improve. I'm probably going to stop training him now that all of his stats are over 80. I think we can leave him at 83 and then just let him grow naturally, and we'll concentrate on some of the other youth players as well. But for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. We secured 2nd spot. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point to ensure you don't miss out on that Coppa Italia final tomorrow and any other videos that go up, of course, on the channel, including my player and any stream footage. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the links down below in the description, and I'll see you next time.